Right now, we're tracking alert day conditions and your first warn forecast, just how much snow we could be seeing. That's coming up with Gary.
Also, the state Senate has passed Governor Evers' legislative maps proposal. Will Keneally is live at the Capitol with more on how this could shift Wisconsin's political landscape.
This allows us to kind of see through the smoke a little bit and actually find fire, find victims and things like that. So it's kind of our eyes in the darkness.
And coming up later, the Beloit Fire Department implementing the use of thermal imaging cameras to locate people trapped in fires. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. And thanks for joining us tonight. You're taking a live look at the Capitol. It has been a busy day there for lawmakers debating the future of legislative maps in Wisconsin, as well as many other items on the agenda.
But before we get to that, there is an alert day in the forecast for some snowfall tomorrow evening going into Thursday morning. Gary Canalti is out on the weather patio tracking the latest. Gary?
Yeah, during the day tomorrow should be a problem. We'll see temperatures up in the middle 40s, but it's later tomorrow night. The evening, I think we'll see if any precipitation will be in the form of rain, but we do have that first warn weather alert day for late tomorrow night into early on Thursday morning. That is for accumulating snow of about 1 to 3 inches. There'll be a slushy, wet snow. Future track snowfall computer model forecast show generally about 1 to 3 inches over southern Wisconsin. Today it's trying to paint maybe a little bit more over southeastern Wisconsin. Yesterday that band was farther to the north, but we're kind of right in the middle. So right now we're sticking with that 1 to 3 inch forecast. Visible cloud track shows that we've had some sunshine mixed in with clouds today. Right now in the backyard, almost perfectly clear. Low temperatures this morning, still above normal temperatures by about 10 degrees. 24 the overnight low in Madison. A few places out to the west in the upper teens down toward the Wisconsin River, but those are some of the warmer spots today. 42 right now in Boscobel, 41 in Lone Rock. Madison has dropped into the upper 30s. We're seeing temperatures mainly in the 30 or the high temperature 39. Now we're in the middle to upper 30s through much of southern Wisconsin, still around 40 degrees out to the west. 37 right now in Stoughton, 38 in Middleton, and 38 the current temperature in Wanakee. Otherwise, look for partly cloudy skies this evening. Temperatures will drop off to around 29 by late evening. Again, quiet during the day tomorrow with mild conditions, but that will change tomorrow night. More on the alert day and what follows after that in just a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. Breaking within the last few hours, Republicans and Democrats at the state capitol appear to have reached an agreement on legislative maps.
Political reporter Will Keneally live from outside the Assembly chamber joins us now with the latest. Will?
That's right. So why we really care about these legislative maps is they frankly control how much power Republicans have in the state capitol here. Now, they approved maps drawn by the state's Democratic governor, which means the Republicans will have less power in the state capitol under those maps. Now, Republicans are going this route to avoid having the state Supreme Court, now controlled by liberals, draw the lines instead.
I think if we get Governor Evers' maps, it's going to be more challenging. There's no doubt about that. They are clearly drawn in a way to help Democrats, but I still think we can win because we have a better message.
What you're proposing to adopt doesn't take effect until the fall.
Democrats actually largely voted against the maps drawn by the Democratic governor. Now, it's possible that they think that they can just get better maps from the state Supreme Court, but they also tell us that they want these maps in place over the summer while there are some special elections going on. Now, of course, this all lands in the hands of the governor, and he's indicated that he will not veto these. Again, these are just his maps. He's likely to support them. We'll have more coming up tonight at 6 about how this is all shaping up. But for now, moving forward in the state capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
We will see you at 6, Will. Thank you. Another bill passed by the Senate today at the Capitol. UW-Madison will now be required to admit all high school students who finish in the top 5% of their class, and other campuses would have to admit those in the top 10%. The deal struck in December also limits diversity positions at the system's 24 campuses in exchange for money to cover staff raises and construction projects. A legislative committee gave final approval for the pay raises in December, and now a series of bills are working their way through the legislature, enacting other parts of the deal. The Senate passed the bill 23-9, and it will now head to the Assembly. The city of Madison's bookkeepers say cash flow might not keep up for the next few years. They're set to present the 2025 budget outlook to the Common Council tonight.
And Armand Rahman will be there. And Armand, just how much of a deficit are we looking at next year here?
Well, Eric and Susan, $27 million is the projected gap for 2025, and city officials fear it could mean the quality of your city services go down or your property taxes go up. In tonight's presentation to council, Madison's finance director explains that over the last few years, property taxes, local charges, and state aid grew much slower than the cost to provide city services. It didn't have too much of an impact because the city relied on a lot of one-time federal pandemic relief, but that money's gone after 2024. Tonight, the council is set to hear about some of the ways the city could balance the budget, which could include a mass layoff or a big cut to staff salaries and benefits. I'll share what they discuss on News 3 Now at 10.
Armand, thank you. Continuing coverage out of Dodge County, where 3 Beaver Dam firefighters were injured in a boat crash on Beaver Dam Lake. Just before 8 last night, the fire department was conducting a training operation in the area of Grape Island when the airboat they were on crashed. One of the firefighters was seriously hurt and taken to Aurora Summit Hospital in Oconomowoc, where he remains in stable condition. The other 2 were treated for their injuries and released this morning. The DNR is now investigating what may have caused the crash.
Meanwhile, a jogger is recovering tonight after falling through thin ice on Lake Mendota yesterday afternoon. Just before 4 p.m., the Madison Fire Department's lake rescue team was dispatched near Memorial Union. Crews arrived on the scene 3 minutes later and saw a person on the ice about 50 feet from shore walking inward. He told responders he was running on the ice and had fallen through, but he was able to get himself out, and he did not end up needing medical attention.
Today, the Madison Board of Education provided an update on the search for a new superintendent, a position the board has been trying to fill since last July.
Our Kyle Pozorski was there and shares what he learned. Kyle?
An announcement of who will be selected did not take place today. Rather, the board says that will happen as late as early March. Instead, the board's president took the opportunity to reflect on what has happened up until now.
We wanted to kind of circle back.
Madison Board of Education President Nichelle Nichols' remarks came during Tuesday's briefing with local media members.
We want to come back and really reflect on the integrity of this process.
It was around this time last year when now former superintendent Dr. Carlton Jenkins announced his intentions to retire after only 3 years at the helm. His retirement came last July. Nichols says for the district, which serves over 25,000 students and employs over 4,500 people, finding a stable replacement to serve more than just a few years is critical.
Who has a clear and compelling vision for what's right for our students and what it's going to take for us to get there. Cast a vision around staying the course, providing stability, and then also helping us really stay student-centered.
The 3 finalists announced last month include Mohammed Chaudhary, Dr. Joe Gothard, and Dr. Yvonne Stokes. Chaudhary and Stokes have faced some criticism surrounding their performance in previous roles, and it's something the district's partner in finding a superintendent, Alma Advisory Group, wants to put to rest.
It's our responsibility to take, as I mentioned earlier, the totality of a person's career. We looked very comprehensively at the press, and actually, yes, there were some critiques out there, but there was also a great deal of support for each of the candidates.
And like we mentioned, Nichols believes a new superintendent will be named no later than early March. The Board of Education is expected to meet in closed session tonight to further discuss their thoughts on the search.
Ayes are 29. The bill as amended passes.
On Capitol Hill, there is growing pressure on House Speaker Mike Johnson to take up a foreign aid bill for Ukraine, Israel, and the Indo-Pacific after the Senate passed the measure with significant bipartisan support. 22 Republicans joining Democrats to approve the measure after an all-night session. That bill includes $95 billion in aid for Ukraine, Israel, and the Indo-Pacific. The issue has divided GOP lawmakers, and where it goes from here remains unclear. The House Speaker says he will not consider a security package that does not include the southern border.
Have to do our job. National security begins with border security. We have said that all along. That has been my comment since late October. Here's my comment today.
Now, provisions to boost border security had been stripped from the bipartisan Senate bill last week after a number of GOP lawmakers, including Speaker Johnson, said they didn't go far enough. House Democrats have signaled they're discussing ways to potentially force a vote if the Speaker doesn't bring the bill to the floor.
Today, GOP presidential hopeful Nikki Haley's bus tour is circling her home state of South Carolina. The former governor is facing an uphill battle in the state. A new CBS News poll shows former President Trump is polling 35 points ahead in the Palmetto State. But Haley is doubling down on her criticism of Trump as he continues ramping up his personal attacks. The latest targeting Haley's husband, who is deployed overseas.
What happened to her husband? Where is he? He's gone. He's completely unhinged. If you mock one person in the military, you're mocking everybody in the military.
On the legal front, Trump's attorneys have asked the Supreme Court to hit pause on a lower court's ruling rejecting his claim of presidential immunity following his actions leading up to the U.S. Capitol riot on January 6th. The justices have given special counsel Jack Smith a week to respond to Trump's request before they make a consideration.
All eyes on a special election to replace former Congressman George Santos in New York's 3rd Congressional District, an emerging battleground that could serve as an indicator for other suburbs this fall. The race appears to be headed for a neck-and-neck finish after 2 months of campaigning bolstered by millions in outside spending. Julia Benbrook has details on why this election could have a nationwide impact.
A special election on Long Island to fill the seat left vacant by Republican George Santos, who was expelled from Congress over ethics violations. Now, Tom Suozzi, a former House member and long-term fixture in local politics, is trying to flip the seat back for Democrats.
I'm saying vote for me because I want to change what's going on in Washington, D.C.
His opponent, Republican County legislator Mazi Pilip, is lesser known, but has the powerful Nassau County Republican Party support driving her campaign.
We're going to send a message to him. His political career is over.
Even though the outcome will have a huge impact on Capitol Hill, where Republicans hold a razor-thin majority in the House, both candidates have steered clear of national party leaders, at least publicly.
For me, it's not about Republican, Democrat. For me, it's about the people, about our country. Our country going to the wrong direction.
The country's so divided, and I focused a lot of my career, not just in Congress, but before that, on working across party lines to get things done.
In addition to impacting the House party breakdown in the short term, the outcome of this election could provide lessons for both parties as general election season nears. Suburban voters are expected to have a big impact on both the presidential election and the race for control of the House. Reporting in Washington, I'm Julia Benbrook.
And still ahead at 5, Gary rejoins us. Another look at that alert day and when we could see another round of snowfall.
And speaking of, the Northeast is getting hit with a big blast of winter weather. We'll show you how much snow has fallen next at 5.
Today's inflation report triggers a drop for the Dow Jones of more than 500 points. The NASDAQ tumbles 287 points. S&P 500 loses more than 68. We'll have more on that inflation report a little later. We'll be right back.
Race to savings at Menards. Find your style with Patriot Lighting. Shop the largest in-stock selection of interior lights with over 350 lights, priced under $100. This Gina LED wall light is $34.99. Brighten your space with Sylvania TrueWave LED bulbs. TrueWave closely mimics natural sunlight and features superior dimming control, helping you see and feel better. Right now, get a $10 rebate when you spend $40 on TrueWave LED bulbs.
Race to savings now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
A concert experience you won't want to miss. It's the Commodores. Performing live Saturday, February 17th at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster. 70 million albums sold, 7 #1 hits. The Grammy Award-winning Commodores. February 17th at Ho Chunk Gaming, Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Another year of yo-yo dieting? Not this year. Hit reset and make a permanent change with permanent fat removal by Sono Bello.
With Sono Bello, day 1, all my unwanted body fat gone.
These are my favorite pair of jeans that I couldn't even button up. Look how flat my stomach is. I couldn't believe it was just gone.
I saw the results immediately. And this is the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
Real women everywhere are transforming their bodies permanently. Sono Bello is not a fad diet or boot camp workout. It's a simple, proven way to remove stubborn body fat permanently and in just one visit.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
If you are looking for physical results and positive emotional results, please run, don't walk to your nearest Sono Bello.
Ready to hit reset? Find out how you can save $250 off instantly. Call now or go to sonobello.com.
At the Century House,
Take 10% off our extensive collection of stressless recliners and sofas, or get $400 off stressless Max and Mike recliners in luxurious Paloma leather, or classic power base recliners in any cover. Plus, get 10% off the new Stressless Sky customizable luxury mattress. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Accumulating snow late Wednesday night and early Thursday morning has prompted a weather alert day. At 6, I'll let you know how much snow to expect.
And Will Keneally breaks down how the new legislative maps could shift Wisconsin's political landscape. That's tonight at 6.
Thursday at 10, Wisconsin needs more teachers, but the tide may be turning. I'll talk to one high school senior whose passion is paving a path for future educators.
I could talk about it for hours, honestly.
Creating tomorrow's teachers, Thursday at 10. Moving forward. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Moving forward.
The Beloit Fire Department is taking part in continuous training after the fire that displaced residents and destroyed a local business last month.
And today they used thermal imaging cameras to learn how to approach a fire with a new set of eyes. Our Maddie Heimsch followed along at the scene to see how it works.
These thermal cameras not only allow fire crews to locate potential fire victims, but they allow them to monitor the temperature of fires like the one dying down behind me and assess their strategy for fighting it from there.
So we can actually see the fire based on the temperature. The color of the fire will change, whether it's yellow, orange, or red, based on the degrees that we can see.
Lieutenant Scott Formakewicz told me the department has used similar cameras in the past, but these upgraded versions give crews visibility like never before.
This allows us to kind of see through the smoke a little bit and actually find fire, find victims, and things like that. So it's kind of our eyes in the darkness, if you will.
Yeah. He said the cameras are quickly becoming standard equipment for fire departments. Firefighters also use them to find hot spots that can't be detected by the human eye, helping them to prevent fires reigniting after a scene has been contained. Formakewicz gave me a full breakdown of the capabilities,
so we can better pinpoint exactly where we got to go.
Available on channel3000.com. Moving forward in Beloit, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
Well, parts of the Northeast woke up to snowfall this morning from a storm making its way across several states. A winter wonderland made its way just north of New York City. The Big Apple received its heaviest snowfall in 2 years. Some areas of New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut may end up with more than a foot of snow by the end of this. Bad visibility forced the cancellation of more than 1,000 flights today, and governors in several states closed offices, and schools either gave students a snow day or switched over to remote learning. A look now at our first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Keneally joins us now. Gary?
We're looking for some snow ourselves late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. Not as much as that, but in 3 things you need to know. After a mild day with high temperatures in the middle 40s for tomorrow, we have that snow on the way for late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. Now, the warm temperatures on Wednesday will warm up the ground, so some of that snow may initially melt, so that might play in a little bit to the accumulations. And with colder weather on Friday, we'll also see some snow showers that could bring perhaps some very minor accumulations. Cold weather with highs in the upper 20s for Friday and Saturday will be here, but just as quickly it'll warm up after that. We have that first warn weather alert day in the forecast late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning for accumulating snow of 1 to 3 inches. It'll be a slushy, wet accumulation. You can see right now there's very little snow across the state of Wisconsin except up toward the northeastern and far northern parts of the state. A lot of that has been off of Lake Superior the last couple of days. But as we take a look at future track beginning just after 9 p.m. on Wednesday, we'll start to see snow or a mixture of rain and snow around La Crosse and in Madison, but that will change over mainly to snow. Now, there could be 2 heavier bands, one closer to the rain down toward the Illinois state line, another mainly snow that moves out of Minnesota through central Wisconsin, and maybe Madison might kind of end up in between with some of the lesser snowfall amounts right in the middle. But still, all in all, we're probably looking at a quick hitting system by 6 a.m. The snow starting to wind down. By 9 a.m., it's all east of Madison, and by noon, it's gone, and we're probably seeing sunshine at that point. So the snowfall amounts, perhaps a little heavier band down toward the Illinois state line, and maybe a little heavier band up into central Wisconsin with lesser amounts in between, but we're probably still looking at a general 1 to 3 inch snowfall, and those amounts could shift north or south a little bit. But with the snow on the ground, temperatures will drop into the upper 20s for Friday and Saturday. Then as the snow starts to melt, guess what? Temperatures go back up above normal. They'll be in the 40s and upper 30s for much of next week. And the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook for the United States calls for above normal temperatures again in our part of the country. Highest probabilities just to our south and west, but about a 70 to 80% chance of above normal temperatures here. Above normal precipitation in the northeastern and western parts of the country. Southern part of the U.S. should see below normal precipitation. Planning your night, look for temperatures around 30 degrees at 9 p.m. We'll see partly cloudy skies tonight. By midnight, we drop to about 28 here in Madison. So temperatures are below freezing, but still above normal. 26 degrees by 3 a.m. and look for overnight low temperatures around 25, 24 degrees. That's about 10 degrees above average for southern Wisconsin. Planning your night in Dane County, 24 for the low in Fitchburg, 27 in the town of Perry, 27 the overnight low in Mount Horeb. Rest of southern Wisconsin, low of 27 in Monroe, 27 in Fond du Lac, and 26 in Watertown. Tomorrow, sunshine in the morning, more clouds in the afternoon, but still milder with a high temperature of 46 degrees. And again, that snow, for some reason the map hasn't updated here, but about a 1 to 2 inch, maybe 3 inch amount down toward the Illinois state line, a little bit more up into central Wisconsin, and around an inch or so in and around Madison. First warn 7 to 10 day forecast. Temperatures mid-30s after the snow on Thursday, upper 20s for Friday and Saturday. Again, just up to an inch of accumulation on Friday. Then look for mainly dry weather next week, other than a flurry chance Wednesday night into Thursday. But temperatures will be above normal, not only during the day, but also at night. As we check out first warn traffic right now, the eastbound Beltline seeing some delays. There's an accident right at the interstate on the eastbound Beltline. So traffic now backed up almost all the way to John Nolan Drive as far as traffic times are concerned. Almost a half hour on the eastbound Beltline from University Avenue to I-3990. The normal 15 minutes back in the westbound direction. Inbound from Sun Prairie to downtown takes you 17 minutes today. I-3990 from the Beltline to Janesville is 26 minutes. US 12 Middleton to Sauk City is 16 minutes today. And the outbound trip on US 151 from downtown to Sun Prairie is 18 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. Coming up next at 5, economists are feeling optimistic as the latest inflation gauge shows price increases are starting to cool down. We'll share those numbers after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Don't delay. The Brothers Maine President's Day sale is happening now. Save store-wide on top brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Amana. We have the area's largest selection and lowest prices guaranteed. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
There's never been a better time for a fresh start with Feldco.
Jumpstart your home's upgrade this month with 40% off Feldco windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Warmer weather's on its way. Tackle your to-do list early and enjoy comfort and curb appeal all season long. Plus, no interest until 2025.
Let the experts at Feldco upgrade your home this season. But hurry, 40% off won't last long. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Wisco Home Goods welcomes you to fall in love this Valentine's Day. Find the perfect gift for your spouse, doll pals, or amazing mothers. Give the gift of handsomely scented soy candles, locally crafted and made with pride.
Trains are coming to Madison, in miniature that is, at the 56th Mad City Model Railroad Show, February 17th and 18th at the Alliant Energy Center. Get caught up in 100,000 square feet of trains, clinics, and exhibits, with 300 vendor tables featuring train merchandise, toys, hobby supplies, railroad antiques, collectibles, and much more. Many door prizes and 4 train sets will be given away each day. It's a great entertainment value for the whole family, Saturday and Sunday, February 17th and 18th at the Alliant Energy Center. Save online.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
Try it for only $14.95 this Valentine's Day. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
This is me, and this was my stubborn body fat. My name's Adrian, and Sonobello changed my life.
Sonobello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
After having 2 kids, my body, it changed a lot. I tried everything to lose the fat, but nothing seemed to work.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, back, chin, and more.
I've seen such dramatic results. My tummy is gone, my double chin is gone, and my hourglass shape is back. This was the mommy makeover that I deserved.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-357-3263 or go to sonobello.com.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Moving forward.
Travelers at many of the country's busiest airports have encountered picket lines today. Flight attendants for major airlines, including Southwest, United, and Alaska Airlines, held rallies to push for higher pay. Protests at 30 U.S. airports were held today for the National Day of Action. Flight attendants say many have not had a raise in at least 5 years and should be compensated for all of the hours they work before the plane doors close on flights.
We put in a lot of hours for the few hours that we get paid. It's not uncommon to be on duty for 12 to 16 hours and get compensated for between 4 and 6.
Pilots, first officers, and baggage handlers joined the picket lines to support their colleagues. Federal law makes it difficult for flight attendants to go on strike. Congress, federal mediators, and even the president can block a strike. Last year, pilots negotiated contracts for higher wages.
Today, a key inflation gauge showed price increases eased off in January. The Consumer Price Index looks at a collection of typical household goods and services and how their prices change over time. According to the first report of this calendar year, prices rose about 3% for the 12 months that ended in January. That's less than December and a big decline from last January when it was nearly 6.5%. On the business side, the Producer Price Index also is losing steam. Data like that has some economists feeling optimistic.
Well, are you planning a romantic Valentine's Day dinner out? Be prepared to shell out some cash. According to the January Consumer Price Index, the price of food consumed at restaurants is up 5% year over year. That is significantly more than grocery prices, which are just up 1% by comparison. This is a complete reversal from last year, where it was actually cheaper to dine out. The shift could be attributed to higher pay. Restaurants are trying to attract and retain labor by raising wages and, in turn, increasing prices.
Well, the world of golf has entered a new era. Tiger Woods has found a new look after splitting up with his longtime partner, Nike. The golfing great announced he would be partnering with TaylorMade to launch a new apparel brand called Sunday Red. The announcement came yesterday in Los Angeles. The Sunday Red website hints that the apparel line will be coming May 1st, also noting the brand plans to expand to include women's and children's styles as well as footwear. The new brand partnership comes just a month after Tiger and Nike announced the end of a 27-year partnership. We're back with a final check of your First Warn forecast in just a moment.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
I'm Jonathan Lawson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54 and was a smoker, but quit. What's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65, retired, and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80 and I'm on a fixed income. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. Options start at $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. You cannot be turned down because of your health. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. Options start at $9.95 a month. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-914-3131 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-914-3131. There's no risk or obligation. 1-800-914-3131. Call now.
Imagine trying to take on one of the big car companies. It's not easy. Yet this year, one local law firm finalized the largest compensatory verdict in state history against an automaker, over $38 million. And it was no fluke. That same firm has been holding big car companies accountable for faulty designs that cause injury for over 50 years. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Mercedes and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings, going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
Gary's back. One final check of the forecast.
Yeah, quiet for now. Live view from the Edgewater Skycam. Got some sunshine there. There's a live view from the WISC-TV Skycam. Not much in the way of clouds around Madison. A few more clouds to the west from the Platteville Queanby Radio Skycam looking to the northwest. Temperatures are in the middle 30s now. Madison 35, still 40 in Boscobel. Temperatures lower 30s east of Dane County. Here in Dane County, 34 in Sun Prairie, 36 in Oregon, and 36 degrees in Cross Plains. Look for skies to be clear to partly cloudy this evening. Temperatures dropping off into the upper 20s by late evening. But again, that first warned weather alert day from late tomorrow night into early Thursday morning for the possibility for 1 to 3 inches of snow. Slushy wet snow by early Thursday morning.
All right, Gary, thank you. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. The CBS Evening News is next.